My name's Nathaniel Chafe. I'm 27 years old, married and an accountant. Haven't really been training that long. I've been here for 9 months now and enjoying every minute of it. My friend Andre had researched some schools in the area and located this school and was looking for someone to come with, you know, push and make sure we could go together, push each other, and generally have that support system going. And so he brought me in and I instantly fell in love as soon as I attended my first class. During high school I swam a bit competitively, but other than that, just like sports when I was a kid. But as soon as I got to college, everything stopped and progressed in life and really didn't do much. I played Magic the Gathering semi-professionally. I managed to make it onto the Pro Tour at one point. They flew me out to Nagoya, Japan to compete in a tournament there. I've been the state champion of Maryland and Delaware and played at the national tournament several times as well. Yeah, it was a lot of fun competing, and that's one of the aspects that I think drew me also to Jiu Jitsu, that I'd also get to use the skills that I learned to immediately start competing and have that edge and being able to like really use what I've learned so far.
You had that competition experience before. Do you feel like that helped you out in this?
It was definitely a completely new experience competing in Jiu Jitsu, but it was that same drive and that same motivation that I really wanted to just keep going with it. That's what, like, the tournament that I competed in, 1 week after tax season had just wrapped up, and Coach Keith was like, come on man, you got to do it, and I just threw myself into it because, you know, it was as good as time as any to start. And I think that drive for Magic really, like, it's like, alright, just jump in head first and go, and it was a lot of fun. And I've focused more towards Jiu Jitsu because it feels a lot more in control, it's a lot better for you, and you know, the people you meet along the way are just absolutely incredible. The thought process that goes behind it is thinking several moves ahead, and while that concept is still very difficult for me in Jiu Jitsu, I can understand that, you know, you go towards that area. What is my opponent going to do next? How can I react towards it? And just that whole entire, it's basically a game we're playing with Jiu Jitsu. It's not actually, like, it is combat, but you're still just playing that game back and forth and seeing if you can outsmart your opponent. I came in very out of shape, and I'm an asthmatic as well, so being very nervous about trying to push myself in such a way that I wouldn't be able to succeed. It was a real challenge starting classes, not being able to keep up with people, and having so much you know, weight on my knees didn't help at all either, and not being able to run, lift, being strong, and just looking at people and saying, wow, there's so much like more in shape than I am at that point. You know, I just kept showing up to class every day, kept working on it, and the great part was that even though these people were so much in better shape, their attitudes were so perfect along. They were geared to help me. They wanted to see me succeed. They pushed me harder and made it so things went smoother for me. So I kept showing up, I started eating right, you know, everything just slowly fell into place for me. Like, I'd want to do better in class, and I'd notice my energy was down, so I'd eat healthier so my energy was up. I'd start working out outside of class so I could do better, and then I started showing up to more classes, and it just all was a progression that slowly has benefited me and has just absolutely changed my life. I came in at 255 and now I'm hovering just under 200. During my first class I had to stop midway through the workout to go grab my inhaler because I just couldn't make it, and Ty noticed that and walked over towards me and he says, it's okay if you like slow down for now, I understand completely, I've seen plenty of people with asthma, but if you keep coming to class, I guarantee you're not going to need it. And as I've been going through, now I do plenty of classes without even considering my inhaler. I'll forget it and it won't be a problem for me at all, and it's such a breath, like literally a breath of fresh air, because I can just, it's a burden lifted off of me.
Was being asthmatic, was that something that kept you away from trying other competitive sports in the past?
Absolutely, like running and just like the sprints required in a lot of sports, the cardio activity definitely kept me away, and eventually I needed to take a plunge, and something like this seemed a lot more doable for me. I've competed once. I competed at the Nagoya World Championship. I took second in my weight class. When I was at the tournament, it was really nerve-wracking, just seeing all these people who had basically had more experience in me there again. But I had Coach Keith with me there, and he talked me down through most of it. And the tournament ran late, so it got me time to really get into my element. And then once the matches started, as soon as I took down that first match, got into a comfort zone there, it felt so much better. I went into my second match a lot easier. I was much more relaxed, and in the third match I made a mistake that Coach Keith immediately fixed, and I can't wait to start competing again and look forward to getting better. My goals when I first started is I wanted to get into shape. I looked at myself and I wanted to get back down to around, at that point I thought 215 was going to be my goal, and if I made it to that I was going to be really impressed. But as I've progressed through, my goals have just changed and changed and changed. So at this point I've crushed all the goals I wanted to set when I came here in just my first 9 months. So my current goals that I really want is I want to get down to about 195 and then put on a decent amount more muscle. That way I can have the physique that I want to at that point. That way, you know, I'm in shape, I'm strong, and I'm still around the weight that I want to be. I want to win a gold medal at some point. I think it's very attainable, and the pie in the sky dream at this point is my blue belt. I'd absolutely recommend this school to all my friends and family. Just the changes I've seen in myself. I've become more energized, I've become much more disciplined, and at this school I've made a ton of new friends. So it's the perfect place if you really want to come to a place where you're not going to be bored, you're going to learn every day, you're going to get disciplined, you're going to progress, and you're ultimately going to learn to defend yourself as well.